Stuttering affects 5% of Australian children, and a significant number take the problem into adulthood. Speech therapy can help. Let's see how one of our guests, Anthony Stocqueler, reacted to what's known as the Maguire program. This is how he was at the beginning.
My granddad. Said that we stopped crying. The people on the beach Pacific coast. That's about one hour north of this place.
Anthony quite obviously had difficulty speaking. There was quite a difference, though, after he went through the program.
All my life I've been a stutterer, a stammerer, whatever you want to call it. But from now on, I'm a recovering stutterer. Never again will I face that fear of taking off my watch in public, in fear of being asked for time.
Well, Anthony joins me now with program coordinator and teacher Scott MacIntosh, who also once suffered from a stutter. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning, Trace.
Anthony, can I start with you? That is a remarkable difference. How long did it take for you to actually achieve that in the program?
Well, the course was a 4-day course, and after the third day, I had reached a significant amount of fluency. And it's certainly the hard work there. You have to really do it.
How long ago did you do the course?
My first course was at the end of October last year. And since then, it's just been a year of really hard work, really just going for that fluency, going for the eloquence.
And are you getting better on a daily basis?
Yeah, I'm certainly expanding what we call the comfort zone. I'm trying new things. I'll order that pizza over the phone now. I'll do that sort of stuff, which I used to avoid like the plague.
It must make an amazing difference to your life. Scott, we know what stuttering sounds like. What does stuttering feel like to the stutterer? I mean, what actually is going on in your head when you're jammed?
There's various things. I mean, the whole basis of stuttering, as far as I'm concerned, is fear. It's all about fear, and you fear certain situations, you fear speaking to certain people. And what goes through your mind is just a whole range of emotions of, well, self-hate, enormous fear, just being scared of approaching people, approaching situations. You avoid doing certain things as well because you're just scared of the consequences of stuttering in front of certain people and in front of, well, I suppose the situations that you enter. That's the biggest fear.
Does your head have the word all ready to go and it's your mouth that can't get it out? Which link in the chain actually falls down?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you know what you want to say, and it may seem very simple for someone else just to say, well, you know the word, so why don't you just say it? But it's very difficult because what you're actually thinking in your head, you're thinking, well, I know the word I want to say, but I know I'm probably going to get a block on it. You see, a lot of people think that stuttering is just a repetitive sound. But it's not at all. It's having a block. Yeah.
Right.
But it's having a block. It's, I mean, an example, I used to speak like...
Wow.
My name is Scott MacIntosh now. That's a block, and basically...
Anthony's laughing. Are you allowed to laugh at each other?
Oh, yeah. It's certainly sort of great to know each other, and it does become somewhat funny because you're so used to the person, and you can see what an improvement has just happened.
Well, I mean, you're incredibly fluent now. Are you practicing the technique now in your head, or do you take fluent speech for granted now? Because you're a graduate of 2 years. Anthony's more recent.
Yeah, you do. You almost take it for granted after a while. This is not a cure. I mean, it won't stop you from stuttering forever, but it does work very, very well, and it's a great way of not even controlling, but breaking free from your stutter, because now I don't enter a situation thinking, am I going to have that block? You see, I didn't always talk like that, but the anticipation of entering a situation thinking I might talk like that is horrible, never knowing when that's going to happen. And now at least I can enter situations without thinking, am I going to talk like that? I may not be 100% fluent all the time, but I know I'm never going to talk like that. So that's a great feeling.
Well, Anthony, the Maguire program obviously worked for you, and there are obviously a few programs around, and you have to find the one that works for you. You'd tried a few. Were you do you put the barriers up when you go into a new program? Do you not want to hope for too much?
Yeah, well, you do become sceptical about any speech program, especially how you've been on so many before. I went through a lot through my childhood years, and none of them seemed to work with anything. I've tried hypnotherapy, I've tried the pebble under the tongue, sitting by the beachside, and nothing seemed to work. So yeah, there is the scepticism there at the start.
So what are the exercises, what are the fundamental exercises that you actually do that build the blocks of this program?
There's three main things that we do. The first is a new way of breathing.
Right.
We breathe very similar to how you would breathe when you were singing, and we just transfer that into our spoken voice. The second thing we do is we train how to speak from the thorax rather than the mouth or the throat. The reason we do that is because it gives us much more vocal variation, and see, most treatments that are available, either, well, your option is you either stutter or you speak very, very monotone. What we're trying to do is give you a very natural sounding way of speaking.
Okay.
And the third thing we do is non-avoidance training, and that includes voluntary stuttering, which is basically stuttering on purpose, but controlled and dignified, and letting your listener know that you have a stutter. It's all about openness, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure you're an inspiration, both of you, to people out there who have this problem. Just one quick question. If someone's talking to a stutterer and they get jammed, and you know that the word that they want, is it politically correct to tell them?
That depends, really. I think, do you mean is it correct to help them through the work?
Yeah, or is that kind of thing? I've always wondered about that.
I've always wondered as well, to be honest. Because sometimes you'd want someone to help you because you just knew there was no way the word was going to come out. But then other times you just wanted to say it, because I think you lose a lot of your dignity when someone has to finish the word off for you.
Yeah.
See, speaking is a thing that's so fundamental to even a young child, that when you're an adult and you can't say a certain word, you do lose a lot of your dignity.
Yeah, it's a difficult affliction. Thank you for joining us this morning, both of you.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Thanks.
And we'll have more of today after this break.